betrayed him with a kiss. He said, Peter, Peter, thou shalt live by the word. Thou shalt die by the word. You live by the sword. You shall die by the sword. And he said that to each and every one of us as an apostle, as somebody that knew what was going to happen, as somebody that studied, somebody didn't stumble upon what he was looking for, but remember the research, the searching. We didn't just go into it not knowing what we wanted. Christ knew what he wanted, and that's what he went for. And that's what he died and came back to get.
Exactly.
I don't remember dying yet. I remember going through life experiences where I could have died, but God was like, hey, man, you better keep me in head.
Precisely.
You better keep me in head, because there are going to be some enemies of mine that you need to correct and bring to the light.
Exactly.
You need to ask them what they believe in, and then you got to edify them. You don't tell them no. You don't tell them yes. You give them something that they believe in.
Precisely.
Not by lying to them.
Right. I love that when we search that out, that word still belie. Be-lie. Yeah. Be-lie. B-A-lie.
I belie my career to been a lie. Because I didn't study for it. I didn't even expect myself to get an exam. But me belying to myself said I could take that exam and ace that exam. Well, guess what? I examined and I took that and I got an A+. I didn't belie to myself.
Right.
I told myself at that point, I believe I can.
Right.
I believe I can, contrary to the belie that I told myself.
Exactly.
Each belie, lying to themselves, needs to be proven to themselves that
precisely the evidence.
Happen.
Yeah. Who told you? Actually, back in the Adam and the Eve. Okay.
Okay. So
he said, "Who told you?"
Right here, walked.
Who told you that? Go ahead.
When Adam and Eve walked together on this earth, God said, "I will walk with you in the Garden of Eden. I will protect you. I will give you guidance. I will authorize you to do this and that. But you are not authorized to take from the tree of knowledge or the tree of good or evil." So now we have an issue. Adam says, "All right, sir."
Houston, we have a problem.
Eve says, "What do I do, Adam?" So she asks, "Man." She says, "Man, what do I do?" God says, "Man, you know she can't see me. So I'm going to give you this one number. You better protect her. You better give her the right choices. Don't you follow suit and lead herself somewhere else." We were supposed to stay with Eve. Jezebel was the predecessor of the entire Enochian existence. Okay?
Exactly.
Adam subdued himself to an experience that we can't explain.
Yeah.
Boom. That's like the biggest spiritual, like, boom, boom phenomenon.
Yeah.
But he didn't explain to us that the bad things were supposed to continue.
Right.
He explained to us what the good things were in pretty fucking big dialogue.
Yeah.
That Noah was supposed to save just his family.
Right.
And the animals, the purest of the purest, not
everything. No, not every animal saved.
And then he took on seed. Yeah. He took on trees. He took on a lot. You know how long it took for Noah to get prepared for this?
Precisely.
Almost 4 years.
Yeah.
Noah's gathering, giving ministry, prevailing against all odds, and nobody listened. Nobody said, "Whatever, dude. Whatever, man. We're good. We got this. We got boats.
We got
lakes. We got things that we can feed people. We got this." And God said, "No, you don't. You have no choice but to follow suit as what I told this man. Not that man. This man. This son of a bitch with this big-ass beard and this big-ass robe and those 3 children and his wife. And this barn and this birch that he somehow became wealthy enough to possess." I mean, look at the honeysuckle tree that you were telling me about.
Exactly.
The thorns.
Exactly.
That tree produced what we know now as a Christian, a Christ-type salvation.
Yeah.
We didn't understand that.
Yeah.
But when that tree produced thorns, it also hung a man.
Exactly.
On those thorns. They didn't just hack him up there. They didn't give him a nail. They threw Christ on a tree.
Exactly.
And when they noticed he wasn't staying on a tree, they threw him again. 7 people deep. Poof.
Interesting.
7 times sevenfold. Christ had already been explained to that he was going to throw himself at the mercy of the crowd.
Wow.
The mercy of the people. And when he got dropped, got it. This time, you guys, there's no bouncy wall. There's no, there's nothing that's not going to keep me on this cross this time, okay, guys? Because right there's some nails. You guys are going to do it for me, okay? You guys have thrown me up there 3 times. I've fallen. I've hurt myself. I don't want to do this again. You guys are going to do this for me. And they hug him.
Oh.
They asked Christ, what do I do?
Interesting.
There was a man-based experience in this situation. Doesn't mean that they were all vulgar. No, that's a man type of stimulant to get a man to do one thing.
Precisely. Very interesting.
Christ said this. He said, I'm going to hang myself for you.
Yeah.
I don't care how much it takes, how much time it gives me to you. I'm going to talk to you about one thing, and that's me loving you to death. To death. And as soon as they finally got it right, because Christ never is wrong. Christ always is right. Christ gave us an ultimatum to love the present, to love the promise that God gave us through him.
Yes.
And he did that shit. And they all talk about the obedience of Christ.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, God was obedient. Christ was obedient up until death on the cross. No, God told Christ, said, if you fall down, dude, you're going to get back up.
Yep.
You're going to get on the cross.
You're going to get your butt up there and go.
This is what he said. He said, yes, Dad. Yes, Father.
Yes,
I'm going to do this for these people because they love you and you know that they love you. Now, when the Bible Belt produced their experienced knowledge upon this actual script, they were in a transition, sort of much like the Corona transition with global communities.
Right.
When we separated ourselves from state and union, we branched off from the European continent.
Precisely.
And indulged on the Christopher Columbus, the actual pilgrimage of what other people did.
Yeah.
Because we didn't just go, oh, I want to go over there. No, we seen people that went there and said, that's good, man. These people are fucking amazing, man. This dinner, we got there and then we're like, yeah, we'll give you material, we'll get you off your way.
Right.
And I got back home. They're like, man, I don't know what they got. You know why? Because we need it. We got this bubonic plague experience that nobody's going to die on, but everybody's dead. What do? We find some people that are going to pilgrimage across the entire continent.
Exactly.
This is where the whole convolution becomes a play, because God didn't say, hey, let's forget or remit the actual establishment of a civilization. And that's pronounced through the actual experience of who do we give privilege of giving us vital records for? What's his name?
Oh yes, that was.
What's his name? He's only 365 years old.
Yeah. Oh wow. Methuselah.
Nope. Enoch.
Enoch.
365 years old.
Enoch. Sorry, my bad.
He was, and then he was not. He wasn't.
Yes, Enoch. I thought you were talking about something. Yeah, no, Enoch. Yeah.
He gave us the exact and precise measurement of time.
Precisely.
The recorded realism of history. And so when I see ISIS going at combat with my country, what do? I have to take a definite stance because, like you said earlier, I don't bear arms. I come with a staff. I come with understanding and knowledge and a very, very specific funding source.
Precisely.
You have to agree.
No, we have to have an absolute funding source.
You have to agree that you're a prominence in our country, in our community, which United Nations, is Japan, China, Costa Rica, Bermuda, Mexico, the United States upper north, and Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Antarctic. We own the Antarctic. So,
we already talked about that. Yeah.
So right now, the America was founded to become the ultimate one.
Precisely.
We should definitely stand up and say, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Come on now. What are you thinking? Here, have it. Take it. We don't want to fight you, man. Come on.
Right.
It's yours. Take it back. It's yours.
Right.
The ISIS doesn't think that.
No.
You know why? Because they've been retaliated against.
Exactly.
Bush administration said, these guys are bad because, you know what, they took down the Twin Towers and stuff. And the Pentagon. You know what, the Pentagon got bombed on its own. I'm not kidding you. When the
I know that when I saw that
experienced a downed wall, the Pentagon said, okay, guys, everybody evacuate this wing, because what we're going to do is...
Yeah.
And they didn't tell anybody. Dude, there was fucking casualties in that shit. You know why?
Yeah.
I didn't tell you. I didn't know why.
No, there was...
But that's important, because these propagandists, they want you to think about the wrong thing.
Yeah, but what was blowing up in that area was specific.
There was some planes that went down, but they put them in fields that were plenty of fucking distance away from them, not to hit anything, not to cause any issues. And the pilots, American pilots, dude, we're competent. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, in fact, the intel I heard was this: 7 out of 10 planes, 7
out of 10 planes landed contrary to the actual pilot training.
Meaning this: 7 of the crashes out of 10 are caused.
They were caused by AI introduction. Yes. There was no pilots on any plane, any pilot. I promise you, any pilot instinctively.
No, I got a cousin that's a pilot, and I got
So that's what I'm saying. Like 9/11 is an issue.
Now, we're gonna find out. That look, 2 days, dude. I told you.
What we're gonna go through is something different.
And we're gonna see something right now. This is D-Day. Well, let me put it this way. This is D-Day in a different way.
I'm not going to say whether or not I have a button. I'm not going to say whether I want a button. But I'm definitely going to say what within my watch, there's not going to be any kind of catastrophe that we can't handle.
No, actually,
there's going to be calamity, misery, hurt, problems, and issues. But with me alive, there's not going to be something that
awareness
we can't
comes in and you have the... just like anybody else, if you have contacts, you do these specific things, you're an outlook for it, okay? And Isaiah 58 was this. So I was actually going through this.
Remember this. Yeah. Remember the white hat?
Yeah.
Remember their importance?
Right.
What were they supposed to, what was their main mission? What was their focus?
Well,
what was the obligation that they had put on themselves to give back? What was their
was giving back to the people.
What people?
Yeah.
How many people did they save?
Are you what specific time you're looking?
What white hat said I had a community to bring in on a plane? What white hat can say, I didn't change this guy's identification for no reason.
Yeah.
This white hat saved my life.
All right.
This white hat saved my life.
Right.
This white hat saved my life.
Precisely.
This white hat knows my life, knows what I'm supposed to be doing, has listened to my life.
Right.
And understands the Christ that I've given to God.
Right.
Same thing. There's no white hat that can produce the amount of effort that I'm going to put through.
I understand that.
Like President Trump has a team.
Right.
And I will edify the team.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing with this. Each person, look,
I'm the only teammate that doesn't care what my benefit is, other than being God's.
Right.
You can give me $1 billion, and I'll say, give it to
the
Ethiopians.
We look at the same. We're in the same realm with that.
But I've done it.
Yeah.
I've given billions of dollars. Yeah. I've given millions of dollars without even saying why. I've taken $100, $150. Not because I can, but because it's entitlement. And God said, all of this will happen for a reason.
Right.
What you do with it is my choice, not yours.
Right.
And when I needed some salvation, only salvation I was able to get was from the white hats, the people that were in charge of saving lives.
Right. No, the white hat. Look, that's what it's about. Look, we go back to this: the children saving lives. Look, I stuck with my mom and dad for that reason, because when I seen this, they were being taken advantage of in this. Mm-hmm. They still are, and look, we're at a good point now. But I put it out on the multimedia. Mm-hmm. No, you don't. No. My family comes first.
Your family?
Yes.
Should be the only people that thrive through the existence of what we're going through.
Exactly.
When we experience life after death, God told us through Christ, He says, I'd rather die once and be born. How many? I'd rather die twice than be born once. I would rather be born twice. Experience birth twice than die
And you're not
Christ.
talking about these physical things. You're talking about emotional. You're talking about mental. You're talking about spiritual. You're talking about these deaths that are die daily. We just talked about it earlier. Okay, on the scripture.
Yeah.
Die daily. And in fact, you repeated it. Okay, you repeated it. Okay, how did you repeat it before? You said it. You said it. A repeat.
Daily, yet I live in Christ.
You said it repeatedly.
So if you think
it's
about
a repeat,
Matrix,
it's a circle.
If you think about the Matrix and you're aware of your experience, like
you can never get out of it. So you're like, yeah.
Would that mean that Christ had done his job and stayed with us this entire time?
No, you can never get out of it.
If Keanu Reeves can supersede Christian type of thing,
right?
Wouldn't you expect that God is with this person that you're experiencing life with right now?
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is this is a repeat. It's a circle of life. Actually, Lion King. Okay, you're the age of this. Lion King, circle of life.
When Solomon wrote the everything under the sun has been done. Everything under the sun will be done and be done again.
It's a repeat process.
Will become again and again. So what will be and what has been and what will be again is nothing compared to what Solomon got the opportunity. Because let me tell you this, Solomon erred against God. Solomon made a note in our Bible. Solomon didn't take God's word serious with 1,000 concubines and 1,000 marriages. There is no reason for you to tell me that God gave Solomon or David more permission than Christ himself.
No.
None.
No. When you have that, that's. Let me look at it this way, or say it this way. He's the ultimate of God's grace.
Everything. God
and the fact of what you are, the ultimate. Okay, this is where you're going to go.
The beginning and the end.
Yeah, the beginning and end. Because you can have all that. Because who says, look,
God loved me enough to love you.
Exactly.
If I wasn't alive right now, I wouldn't know this, man. No. I wouldn't know that we were going through this most pivotal time in human history.
You didn't uniquely positioned for an opportunity.
Not an opportunity. This is God.
The opportunity is this, though. The opportunity is this. Your opportunity comes in if you recognize it, because there's no opportunity unless you recognize it. So you're going to have to recognize, look, why are we here right now? Maybe there's going to be somebody pull up, maybe not. Wherever we go next, what's this?
When